What's up, people? You are back to IT. Please like, share, and subscribe. Post a comment in the box below. Same thing. And keep in mind, we're going to post, moving forward, we're going to be posting videos. I'm going to be posting videos on Saturdays at 12 p.m. and Sundays at 6 p.m. So that's the new time for now. I've been moving the times around to try to see when is the best time for you. I've been gone for a little while, but I'm back now. Maybe in one of my upcoming videos, I'll go into why I've been gone. So this video, we're going to talk about the things I like about data analytics. So if you are into data science or you want to know something about data analytics, this will be the video for you. I'm just going to talk about a few things that I had in mind before getting into it and what I have in mind now, or how I was thinking prior opposed to how I think now that I've started to get into the field, okay? So, like I said, it's gonna be short, it's gonna be sweet, as usual. So, data analytics, wow. When I was told to get into data analytics, I really couldn't get past the thought of having to do some math. I do not like to do math. And it's not because I'm not good. I don't know. But I also came to realize that sometimes we say we don't like to do something. It doesn't mean that we're not good at it. We may have had some kind of bad experience that make us feel like we can't do it. But I say that to make this point. It's not as bad as I thought it was. There are some pieces to the job of the data analysis that's actually fun and exciting for me. The research. So I'll start there. The research is a lot of fun for me. I like to uncover, just to reveal secrets or be able to dig through some messy data and pull out some value. I think that's exciting for me. The whole research process or data cleaning process where you have this data that looks a complete mess that you can barely make sense out of sometimes, and how you know that you're going to transform this into something that you can understand, ultimately transferring it into a well-composed dashboard, nice, colorful, creative dashboard, taking something so ugly and making it into something so beautiful. So that process I really enjoy. Now, you can spend a week cleaning some data depending on how messy it is. So yeah, I've spent a week cleaning data, some really, really crazy data, just deciding on, because you have to also decide on whether the columns that you have make sense. Sometimes you don't need all the columns. So there's no sense in trying to clean a bunch of columns that you may not need all of them. So the first thing you want to probably decide, if you're working in this field, you want to, partner with someone at the company, the stakeholders, and ask them, do we, kind of work with them together to determine whether you should drop certain columns and things that may not be important. It depends on whatever questions they may have. Because if you can answer the questions that just the stakeholders have without certain columns, remove them. There's no need in doing extra work, but it'll take a minute for you to get your process down pat. So the research is a lot of fun. I enjoy cleaning the data, lots of fun. Once you learn all the things you can do to manipulate a data frame, it's a lot of fun. And I mentioned data frame because, of course, I use Pandas, which is a Python library, and it makes things so much easier. I love cleaning data in Python. You can pretty much do everything in one spot. And I just think it's real cool. Python is just like, I'm still fascinated with Python and how much you can accomplish with it. So that's another thing. So I said research and data cleaning is a lot of fun. Now let's talk about the statistics part. Originally my perception of doing statistics was, oh, I got to do all this math. This is going to be just horrible. But yes, you do have to learn a lot of math, but it's not as bad as I thought. Well, one of the things you got to take in consideration is you don't have to sit down and write out the math. The program will do the calculations. You just need to know how to make the program do the calculations. So, you know, it's not as hands-on as you may think. And yeah, you need to know how to do it. You need to know how to make these calculations just in case, let's say something happened and there's an error in the system and it generates the wrong answers. How would you know that it's wrong? So you need to know how to do it so that you can also check behind the system sometimes, I think. So the math really isn't as complicated as I thought it was. Quantiles and percentiles, and we're talking about standard deviation, central tendency. A lot of this stuff is really not as complicated. And what I do like about it is the fact that I can use these mathematical, scientific formulas to help support my findings. So it's not like you just standing in front of somebody and saying, well, the reason that you're not keeping customers is because they're not happy. They will be looking at you like you're completely, like you got three heads. They need support. They need information to support those answers. So the statistics isn't as bad as I thought it was. I'm not crazy about math, but it's still pretty cool. I guess I didn't give it a chance. So if you are considering data science, if you're considering being a data analyst, you might want to give it a chance before you just start saying you don't like this, you don't like that, like I did. If you can find in some of my previous videos, I did that. So I'm guilty of that. Let's see, what I don't like. The only thing I'm not so crazy about is giving a presentation of my findings. Although I'm starting to like it more because it makes you have to get better at presenting information. So if you're not a person that's good at talking in front of people, and I don't usually like to do a lot of talking in front of people, I had to focus on, to get through giving presentations, I had to focus on telling myself, okay, you're the subject matter expert, they're not. So you shouldn't be stressed. You're letting them know what you found. You know, I have to say things like that to get, to not talk myself out of it or make myself uncomfortable with giving a presentation. But yes, you do have to get in front of people. And if you're remote, you may not have to get in front of people, but you probably will be on a call where you do have to take the floor. And just as long as you know you're the subject matter expert, they need the information that you got. And that's how I get through that part. So I think it's pretty cool. The job and all is not as bad as I thought it was. I still do have a desire to be a data engineer because that's what I really, really, really want to do. But I think it was good to start somewhere, near in that field. You know, data analysts work close with data engineers and data scientists. So it kind of makes sense. Even though the work is not the same, I think it's a good first step to get to data engineer if you don't have any prior technical experience in that industry. So those are just some of my thoughts about data analytics and being a data analyst that I wanted to share with you. Some of the things I liked, some of the things I didn't like. Let me try to think, is there anything else I don't like about being a data analyst? And I won't say I don't like, but those are just some of the things that I would say are my least favorite. Giving the presentation is one of my least favorite things. That's about it. And I think that's pretty good because a lot of people, when they have a job, it's tons of things that they can say that they don't like about it. So it's really not that bad. Or I think another thing is when you give a presentation and the stakeholders don't care what you said and they're just going to do what they want to do. So, or you get blamed for something. Those things, can be pretty annoying. But like I said, you still have to focus on the fact that you are the subject matter expert. So till next time, that's the end of my video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Saturdays, 12 p.m., Sundays 6 p.m. All right. Till next time. Peace.